away. And then I go on the other one and click. Come on. Then I'll go live here. Boom.
To push all of the buttons.
I know, right?
There's so
I
many
think
buttons.
this is working. Yeah, it's recording. Okay.
You just need a universal button that you just push it and everything goes.
I wish. Okay.
Oh, the lever, Kronk.
And then I go back here so I know where I'm at. Okay.
Okay.
I'm set up. I'm finally done. Again, we have several ways of learning new techniques, and
Yes.
I'm gonna educate you today too, Melody.
Oh,
on some-
good. Well, I love learning new things.
Good morning to Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. And currently, right now, I cannot go live on Spotify, but the new program allows me to record, and then I can put it on after the show.
See, that's awesome.
And so by just clicking one time, I can be on all three of these. But with Instagram, you have to go on a separate screen and go live on it. It's a weird thing.
See.
I'm so close,
like I said,
to having this nailed. Having it nailed. But with that said, we're starting off the show off with Miss Melody Krim. She is one of our fabulous news reporters, as well as our content creator here on this podcast. I want everybody to know, because I can't do this by myself. I try, but I just can't. So with that said, we have been staying on top of the Stanton case with the animal abuse and or neglect that has happened over this past weekend. And with that said, today was their hearing in front of Judge Ryan J. Moore.
Yes,
is that correct?
That is correct.
And so I'm just going to let Melody take it away here on Warren First 931.
Okay, so I want to clarify a couple of things. I was here last week talking about this, and I had said that it was 2 properties with a potential of a third. It actually ended up being 6 properties.
Yeah.
They pulled out cows, they pulled out horses, they pulled out dogs, not all of them alive. It was a horrible situation. I've talked to the people who had to deal with this from the animals in every stage.
Yeah.
And
I
think it's just going to be something that sticks with them. I mean, it had to have been horrible. And I mean, it's not something I definitely would want ingrained in my mind, and my thoughts and prayers are with them, because that had to have been a horrible situation. And as I also reported, this is not his first offense, and it should not have been his second. It should not have gotten to the point where he was allowed to do this again. But it's Sid Stanton and his wife, and I did not catch his wife's name, but they were in court this morning in front of Ryan J. Moore, and they asked their lawyer asked for a continuance, so they will be back in court on July 11th. I will be there. I will get y'all a full story as to what happened. But last week, when they went in front of Ryan Moore to begin with, he did ask for a reduced bond. Our wonderful judge said, absolutely not. This is what you're paying, and then slapped an ankle monitor on both of them, which I greatly applaud him for. If you can own that many properties, you can pay whatever bond you need to pay.
Correct.
But the official charge, she has got 15 counts of animal cruelty against her. He has 73 counts of animal cruelty.
Wow. That's crazy.
Which is heartbreaking. But I am so beyond grateful that we have a sheriff who is willing to do the right thing, we have a DA who's willing to prosecute, and we have 2 good judges on the bench who will make sure that as long as the case is presented correctly, that justice will be served.
Yeah.
And we're in a very good place here in Warren County to make sure that this animal cruelty stops, because like I said in the past, this has kind of been skated over, been allowed to happen. And I think those days are over. And in my honest opinion, from what I've seen, I truly feel that those days are over, and these people are going to have to learn that this is not going to happen in Slide anymore.
I do have a question, because since I wasn't there this morning, because a lot of people have come up to us and have asked us about like what our opinions are. And I'm not going to tell you my opinion about, but some things that have been brought up, just in a generalization of this. I understand that there are a lot of properties, not just his, but that some people dump their animals.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's some people that, receive the animals wholeheartedly because they just have the passion for it. Right. And that's where these animal rehab and rescue centers have been created.
Yes.
And the Darling Farms that we are doing the raising money this month, if you want, and we'll get more details on that later. But with that said, if you know of somebody that can take care of these animals, I understand that. But if there's people that dumping innocent animals off somewhere, instead of keep putting the burden on that one person, because I want to put this out here, you need to reach in your heart somewhere and call the animal control or call BARK or whatever the organization.
Friends of the Shelter.
Friends of the Shelter.
I actually met up with her. She was there today. There was a representative from Friends of the Shelter in the courtroom today.
Okay.
They're also staying on top of this and making sure, because I think they're some of the ones who took in these animals.
Yeah. Because they did get dispersed, and I say that because we don't know how many animals just got dumped off at the Stanton property yet.
Yeah.
Because I've heard rumors. Because all this is not confirmed.
No.
It's all hearsay. I've heard that some animals were dropped off. I heard some animals were picked up from them personally. So we have to wait until we see the whole thing. And I hope that, I really do hope at the end of this that everything gets resolved. But if animals out there that are in need, instead of just dropping them off at end of the road corner or whatever, if you're listening to this, make sure you put the animals like in a rescue or rehab, or call animal control.
But
something.
On that note, please do your research on these rescues. Don't go by somebody else telling you it's a good rescue. Do your research, because we do have a couple in town that claim to be rescues that are 501c3 certified, and they are not.
Yeah.
They are not. And that is from my personal research. That is from me hearing things. My policy is if I hear something from somebody, I'm going to go dig in. I'm going to ask the tough questions. I'm going to get in their business to figure out the truth. So don't just trust any and every rescue. Dig into it. Ask the hard questions. Find out, make sure they're legit and they really are going to help these animals, and you don't end up getting them into a worse situation.
Correct.
And that could be a thing with the Stantons. They may have been telling people they were a rescue. I mean, I don't know. We don't know.
Yeah.
And that's hopefully things that are going to come out in court on July 11th, and we're going to get this cleared up. But no matter what, it shouldn't have gotten to that point.
Yeah.
If that is the case, then they should have said, "Whoa, we can't take any more. We need help. Somebody help us."
Yeah.
Because it never should have gotten to that point.
Because I can use myself as an example. When people are like, Kelly, can you keep a rescue? No, I'm really at my capacity right now with 2 dogs and a cat.
Yeah.
And if I ever had a couple of times an animal come up on my property, I post it, I leave them outside, I give them food and water. But as far as like being able to house them, like for what I think is what they because I think they're fur babies. I can treat them like my own.
Me too. They're my children.
But let me tell you, if the outside dog that comes in does not get along with the resident animals at my house, then your butt's outside. I'm sorry. I have to say it that way.
That's how it is. And because animals are so much like humans, and they don't always get along.
No.
And we just brought in a new cat into our house. I think I've told you all that.
Yeah.
It has been an adjustment period.
Yeah.
It has been a major adjustment period. But sometimes you don't ever get to that. When my mom got sick, we brought in her cat, and her cat needed to be a single child.
Yeah.
She needed to be by herself.
Like
that was a rough couple of months because mom needed her cat there. She knew she was about to leave this earth. She wanted her baby with her, but she was beating up on my cats and terrorizing my cats. And I'm like, look, you're about to get grounded.
Yes.
I don't care if you are a cat. You got to leave my babies alone.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, because there are resources, but you just,
and if
you
you
can't
ever
get in over your head.
If you need those resources, you feel free to call any one of us here at Warren First, whether it's me, Melody, or whoever, at 931-305-0869, and we can help you as well.
Yeah.
We have that in our newsletter, thanks to Miss Missy Teleferro. We do those second chance pages where we've teamed up with Holly and I can't think of his name right now, so I feel really bad. But the animal control guy,
David.
Is it David? I can't remember right now. So
I'm not going to try to say it. I'm sorry.
Kenneth?
Maybe Kenneth.
I think it is Kenneth.
I'm sorry.
Because
Whoever
I always
you are,
said
we
Barbie
still love
and
you.
Ken in my head. But with that said, we've partnered up with them so we can get that information out. But if you out there are listening and you know of any animal that's in need or rescue, feel free to call us to, like, what would you do?
Yeah.
Because sometimes you just need that support.
I mean, it doesn't hurt to say, oops, I got in over my head. Help me.
Yes.
And I know that there's a lot of pride that goes into that, and especially with the older generation. I mean, they were raised, we don't ask for help, we take care of our own, but we're in a different place now. If you're in over your head, if you realize you've bitten off more than you could chew, ask for help.
Yeah,
But
first
also,
and foremost.
if you're not in over your head with the animals, now that we're letting you know this, if you are able to help these organizations, I know that the animal control does get a hefty amount from the county.
They do.
But some of these smaller local rescues, they can always use donations. They can always use help. If you're able to do that, if you've got a dog and you buy him dog food and he's like, I'm not eating that, because dogs are like that.
Yeah.
Donate that extra dog food over. If he's not going to eat it, give it to another dog. Help them out. So, but I will, Keith,
Thank you, Holly.
Holly's on top of it.
And
you were closer than I was.
I knew it was with a K-E at least.
I know.
But with that said, Howie Horsehaven says, we've made numerous calls on these animals and had been shut down at the state level several times.
Mm-hmm.
So there you go.
Well, I don't know because we can't really report on that, but
Yeah. But thank you for letting us know.
yes,
I
thank you
do
for letting us
appreciate
know. And
But again, reiterate right quick, just in case anybody didn't catch. So this morning, Melody, before I let you go, because I know you're super busy today.
I'm always super busy. When am I not busy?
When are we not?
I know, right?
But with that said, Melody was at the courthouse this morning to hear, I guess, would it have been the arraignment
Yeah.
of the Stantons. And so Mr. and Mrs. Stanton was present today in front of Judge Ryan J. Moore. And what happened?
And they postponed it till July 11th.
Okay.
I will be there at that day covering that. I will get y'all all the details, factual, as much as I can. But he has been charged with 73 counts of animal cruelty. She has been charged with 15 counts.
Yeah.
So both of them.
And this was her first offense and his second.
Yeah, I think that is correct.
Yeah, that's what the press release and you can also read the press release on our page as well as Chris Stafford's, the district attorney's page as well, because he did post that out on Saturday evening time, or afternoon. Yeah,
it was sometime in there, but it was a very thorough press release, and they are both ankle monitored, so they will not be leaving Warren County. They are here. Yeah. Ryan J. Moore made sure to do that to LoJack them.
Thanks, Ryan J.
Yes, because we do not need them fleeing.
Whatever. I know him as Ryan J.
I know.
I tell him all the time, it's hard to say Judge Ryan.
Oh.
And he was like, no, just call me Ryan.
He's such a good guy.
He is really
very,
good.
Very lucky.
But if you have any questions about this and more, and you want to, get with Melody, you're welcome to message us on Facebook, Instagram, as well as you can text message us at 931-305-0869. If you want to stay on top of this, we will be sending out like a brief text message here in just a few after the show to keep you update on our text club as well, because that's one thing I know a lot of people wanted to hear about as well. So again, to be a part of our text club, text the keyword Warren First 931 to 305-0869. And we try to keep y'all as informed and as up to date as possible.
Yes.
So, but again, thank you for coming.
You are so welcome. I'm going to go get ready for Main Street Live on Friday.
Yeah, you are, boo.
I'm excited. It's going to be fun.
I'm
going to go get some more donations and make sure all our ducks in a row.
And you just text me what you want me to text out on the group message.
Okay.
So I can have
you want me to just leave you with my notes?
You can.
I'll just leave you with my notes.
Okay. Leave me with your notes.
There you go.
I'll make a text message and send it for your approval.
July 11th.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Anytime. Love you, boo.
Love you.
All right. As I'm readjusting. Community is coming for the animals. Yeah. Here's my thing. Everything you need to be patient with, right? That with patience, there comes a lot of time. And we don't know how much time it's going to spend to, like, if you put levels of what needs to be done, whether that's your own or public or community-wise, we all need to be patient. How long did it take for the downtown to get ready, right? So everything always has room for improvement, correct? And just like Howie Horsehaven said, that they're glad to hear that they're so proud how the community is coming together for the animals. And that's really the truth. But again, everything takes time and patience. But again, with it, and to do due diligence, is that the word to use? this will be taken care of. So don't forget, if you want to stay connected with us, always follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Spotify, and YouTube. Those are the 4 easy social media ways to get in touch with us. And you just look us up at Warren First 931 or type in Warren First. And make sure you find our logo, which of course looks like this. Let me bring it back in. I took it out so we could see Miss Melody's beautiful face. Bye, you guys. So with that said, going back to the comments. Good morning, Mom. Everybody can say hi to my mother, Sharon Walker. And also, too, I got to give a shout out to my girl, Amanda Dusniak. She met me this morning. She is actually hand delivering. She's in her Warren First t-shirt today. She's hand delivering all the rest of the hard copies of our Warren First 931, the Local Voice newsletter. And you can find that on several locations. We have so many to go from. And let me tell you those right quick. Let me grab a paper out fast. As I go and grab it, I should have already had one, so I do apologize. Okay. But yeah, these are out for the press release. Let me, is that better? Yeah, right there. So these are available at several locations to get to. Now, we do have an option for you to get it digitally sent to you. I did send them out yesterday morning, a little after 6:30. And so if you want to get a digital copy of this sent to you every Monday morning, you can join that digital text subscriber group just by texting the keyword local voice to 931-305-0869. And make sure not only you type in local voice, but you also send me your email, because in order to get that, I have to have your email address as well. But if you like the hard copies, you can go to McMinnville Warren County Chamber of Commerce. You can go to Jay's Restaurant, USA Gym, Gateway Tire and Service, Cumberland Biscuit Company, Tops Frozen Yogurt and Metro Deli, of course, Children's Advocacy Center, Kimmy's Tea Room, Detention at the Elementary, Pinnacle Orthopedics, Dr. Peterson's area, McMinnville Drug Center, Prater's Barbecue in Morrison, Reddick Brown Ford, Elegant Day Spa, the Hitch Outfitters, whether that's the general store or their store across the street. Also, you can go to Tammy's Market and Stacy's Wellness Pharmacy. And so, again, I just got to say, the newsletter, each week, it gets better and better. And I cannot wait to see what is going, on in the weeks to come. And it just keeps you, like, I'm going to use what Amanda Sane used yesterday. If you want to stay connected to your community, this is where you get it. And you get it on here on Warren First, because we are all local all the time. And that is my goal. That is my hope for Warren First. And, again, we have the community calendar. We have the text club. We have every outlet for you. And again, I don't want to forget to mention this too, as I almost did. Yeah, I did yesterday. If you have a yard sale, because as I'm going to talk about this while I'm pulling it up, we are doing yard sale ads as well. And let me get to it. Let's go here. And sometimes I can't talk while I'm doing it at the same time, so I do apologize. I try to multitask. I'm pretty usually good at it, being a good diva-esque on it. But sometimes I just can't make it happen, and that's okay. Yeah, no, that's what I wanted done. Okay. I want this back. Oh, there it is. Let's see. Where'd she go? I'm gonna have to type her name in again. Oh, here it is. Okay. So with that said, I don't need that. Going on, if it's gonna let me. It just went away. What happened to it? No. More. Okay. So now I have saved it, I think, in my folder files of pictures. Sometimes it works, sometimes it don't. It is what it is. But going back, if you have a yard sale, here it is. Yep, thank you. If you have a yard sale and you would like it mentioned on here, you can do that. It is $5 a day for each for the day for the mention. And so, with that said, First Presbyterian Church is having a yard sale at 205 West Main Street and in the back parking lot of West Colville Street. Proceeds go to the Pregnancy Care Center of McMinnville. And it's called a no-close yard sale, and it's going to be on June the 8th, which is this Saturday at 8 a.m. till 3 p.m., rain or shine. And again, that's at the First Presbyterian Church located at 205 West Main Street in the back parking lot on West Colville Street. And all proceeds of this yard sale will be going to the Pregnancy Care Center of McMinnville. So how nice is that? Checking out this. Let's see. The time has finally arrived. This is from The Well at the Tree City Inn. The bar is open starting today, which this was posted yesterday. We're serving up cocktails and drinks flowing. Join us Monday through Friday from 4 p.m. to 9 p.m. and indulge in one of our signature cocktails, what we're calling a well-made libation, if I said that right. Cheers to the good times and great drinks. See you soon. So the bar is open at The Well. Again, I say it's our version of a speakeasy. I know it's not secret. It's not a secret, but it's our version here in McMinnville of a really nice speakeasy, not to get rowdy place. It's just to have a good social hour, have a couple of drinks with your friends, to do catch up, and that's what I've been using it for. Let's see. Going back to Warren First Pages now, since I downloaded that. Bring it on, day 2 of YSI. Thanks again to Smooth Rapids and Cotton's Marina for getting together with the Young Scholars Institution this year. My son had an amazing time yesterday. He was day 1 of the first kayakers. He was like, Mama, some of them didn't know how to kayak. And they were asking me, like, am I doing this right? Am I paddling? But he had so much fun on the water yesterday. He said, Mom, YSI so far is amazing. And I was like, well, that's what it's for, honey. Today, on June the 4th at Depot Bottom Country Store, they're going to begin serving up some of their new Sassy Salad. It is a fresh, hand-torn green leaf lettuce topped with grilled chicken, feta crumbles, strawberries, grapes, mandarin oranges, dried cranberries, and sprinkled with pecan pieces. This salad will be served with raspberry vinaigrette dressing or your choice of dressing. The cost is $9.50. You can opt to have it without the chicken for $9. Come get yours tomorrow, or today, I should say, at the bottom. And again, I cannot wait to see what pictures look like of this sassy salad. I can only imagine. Let's see. The Warren County Lighting Pioneers are getting ready for not just their camp, but also for some training. I see that's been posted. The Hitch Outfitters, it says, give Dad the best seat in the house with a new Yeti camp chair available in navy or gray. That looks really nice and sturdy. The Warren County Republican Party are posting, I guess they have T-shirts for sale, it looks like. It says our Republican Party headquarters will be open this Thursday on June the 6th from 10 to 4 p.m. They're located at 759 North Chancery Street. Come get your Trump merch, your yard sale signs for local, state, and federal candidates, and find out how you can get involved and more. So they do have a ton of shirts. They have One Nation Under God shirts. It's really neat. But you can check that out. And again, they're located at 759 North Chancery Street. Let's see. So Magnus Library, it says, celebrate Father's Day at the Magnus Library. Dads, swim down and have fun with your kids with a hand print paint craft, and then watch Disney's Finding Nemo with your little guppies. How cute is that? It's going to be Saturday, June the 15th. The craft starts at 10:30 and the movie starts at 11. I am definitely writing this down. Where is my pen and paper? Hold on. So yeah, how super cute is that? If you have a father and you want to take him out on a fun little venture, oh my gosh, the Magnus Library is doing not one thing, but two things. And that's going to be on, Saturday, June the 15th. The craft starts at 10:30. Why was I doing that? I was trying to get my mouse over here. And then the movie is following after. That is so stinking cute. I'm writing that down because I think that would be a good little thing for Daddy-O to do with the kiddos. But I gotta make sure he can do it first. Okay. And also too, don't forget that yesterday Amanda Sane was in here talking about raising funds for the NHC clients and the caregivers. They are gearing up for their July trip, going to the Grand Ole Opry, which I'm so excited about. And why is this not working on? Because it's not plugged up. Okay. My apologies. My computer wasn't plugged up. Kept saying my battery's low. And I'm like, no, it's not. It's fine. But with that said, as Amanda came in here yesterday talking about raising some funds for the NHC clients as well, or the residents as well as the caregivers, they are planning to go on a trip in July, and they need money for food, ticket, and and a t-shirt sponsor. So t-shirt and food is $20, and then because they're going to take them to Crackle Barrel, and then the ticket is $70. So with that said, I don't know what that text message was all about, but I'll double check that here in just a second. But if you want any more information on that, you can contact Amanda Sane at NHC, or if you want to, holler at me for more information, you can call me as well. Because that's just something I definitely believe everybody should just get on the train and help out with, because like she says, she tries to get the community, keep the residents there at NHC connected to their community. And this is one way of doing it. Yesterday on day 3, the final day of JCLC, started with orientating, then led into field skills training. This is the Pioneer Battalion Junior Reserve Officer Training Corps, and they still go during the summertime, which I think is great. They did some rappelling and rope bridges. They had graduation after we completed all of our activities that day. Cadet Lily Seymour won the company board. Everyone pushed themselves and put in their all in their effort in these past few days. Great job, Pioneers. So again, it looks like a happy Tuesday, but the Upper Cumberland weather posted a few of us experienced some good old-fashioned, probably inconveniencing summertime storms yesterday. We got just a little bit in our area over at Shells Ford. Not everybody got hit, but it was just a very light, quick summer storm. Yesterday afternoon and evening, that activity died off by nightfall, and we're beginning this morning on a dry side. It says currently situated across the plains with influences of our weather over the next 36 to 48 hours or so. Scattered showers and thunderstorms are expected to develop possibly this afternoon, likely to be more widespread than yesterday's activity. But an important note, we are now into summer months. When we mention scattered showers and storms, know that now pretty much impossible to give you like an ETA on exact locations for such activity. But here on Warren First, we'll make sure to give you the exact locations here in the Warren County areas, because I do have that program now where I can tell you. But I do follow this guy. He's with the Upper Cumberland Weather, and it's just really good what he's doing. Let's see. Keeping on going. So, of course, everybody is gearing up for Father's Day. Whether that is you want to get a quick tune-up at Gateway Tire and Service Center, or you want to get that amazing car detail job that you can get at Reddick Brown Ford. Party and Novelty Store has updated their cover picture, and it's like everything a dad needs, like the apron, the grill master, all that, So, again, I love it. Carl and them have all these cute little knickknacks and stuff out there if you haven't been out there in a while. And I'm going to end that because I still need to be on. I don't know who that is. Place your bets and get ready for the premier event everyone has been waiting for, taking place June 8th and the 9th. This is at Willowbrook Golf Club. Bankroll 2-man shootout at the Willowbrook Golf Club. So, again, that's going to be on June the 8th and the 9th. So, if you want any more details on that, contact them at Willowbrook. Let's see. That's beautiful. Lemon, even though we are in, the summertime months, sometimes, just like yesterday, that wind gets a little chilly, especially when it's cloudy during the summer months. And so all sometimes you just need is a nice, light, breezy top or cover. And like a crochet top, is that what they're called? But they look like they have some amazing combo pieces for summer at Lemon, which is just located here in downtown McMinnville. We would like to congratulate maintenance worker Coy Gammon on his retirement after 30 years to Rock Island State Park and our visitors. And this is posted on the Rock Island State Park information. Mr. Gammon started his career working part-time as the groundskeeper on evening shifts. Over the years, he later became the lead licensed electrician, lead carpenter, and lead mechanic, among his other contributions, to keep guest facilities functional every day. Enjoy your retirement, and thanks for the 30 years to Tennessee State Park at The Rock. God love it. We're definitely going to share that on our feed so everybody can see that as well. Also, I want to say a shout out to my father-in-law, Thomas. He is back in surgery once again, but it's I want to call it like a minor repair fix. So, and he was just there early this morning, and he was already out. I got a text message. That's what I was waiting for before I got on the podcast. He got out a little bit after 8:45, 8:50-ish. So with that said, he's in recovery right now. So thankfully he can get home in just a matter of a couple of days. But with that said, he is also, speaking of celebrating, he is celebrating 50 years working for Oster. And I just need to give him a hand clap because I did get notified, and I cannot wait to see what the Standard has wrote about him. His name is Thomas Harper. He is my father-in-law, and he's worked at Oster for over 50 years. And we got a text message yesterday. He let us know that the Standard called him, and they were going to do an article about him for being there for 50 years because I just think that's amazing. You can't. A lot of people don't do that these days. Let's see. Nope. Let's see. That's just the. If y'all have any child in YSI, I'm going to share this, share the page with you guys, because not only does it post about what they're eating for lunch and breakfast, but it also posts if there's like a schedule change or a pickup change. And it also has the pickup areas for your kid, depending on what grade they're in. Because I shout out to Amanda Dusniak. She shared that with me yesterday because I didn't know where to go. And then they changed the kids in fourth grade today. If you are not aware, if your kid is going into fourth grade, because that's the group they're in. If they're in the fourth grade group, they were supposed to go to the Tullahoma Splash Country area in Tullahoma, but that got changed. I don't know why, but they're going to be at the Gilly Pool today. And the pickup is actually at the Jungle Gym. So it's going to be super easy to get your children today. Not like everything else. Shout out to Seth Wright. That's Ashley Wright's husband. He does graphic designs, detail art, and illustrations. And he just recently did, it's the coolest little thing, a Park Theater coaster design. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Let's see. So again, I am waiting on Sydney to call me today. But if you have any, I say facial needs, skin needs, anything like that, or if you have a teenager that is having issues with acne and skin issues, they just posted a 2-week difference in this treatment they did on this teen that she received a hydrating enzyme following by extractions and a full home care regimen with instructions. And he has been diligent with his home care, following it to a T. We still have some ways to go, but I'm confident we'll be able to clear him to a manageable point. Sydney is now taking clients for acne treatments. If you want to see a difference in your skin, schedule an acne consultation today. Call them at Wink at 507-WINK or visit WinkSkincareStudios.com to schedule your appointment. So, yeah. Oh, I see that. Okay. Good for him. Also, shout out to Nolan Ming and them, the city administrator. If you're not following the City of McMinnville's government page, you need to. They posted yesterday their summary of their recently approved budget for the upcoming fiscal year for July 1st, 2024 to June 30th of 2025. And just to do a little brief here, this has got the Board of Mayor and Aldermen, Raul Chastain, and then the Aldermen's got Sally Brock, Dietrich Dunlap, Stacey Harvey, Steve Harvey, Rachel Kirby, and Carrie Morton. And this has been issued, the budget summary has been issued by Nolan Ming, City Administrator. And with that said, here are some highlights. The city is pleased to present the approved budget for the fiscal year 2024 and 2025 budget reflects on the commitment, the financial security, and aims to address the objectives set forth by the Board of Mayor and Aldermen. Now, in these highlights, you're going to see the property tax increase, or it says no property tax increase, salary increases to market medium for employees, structural balance, general fund, operating budget, new police vehicles and mobile radios, new fire truck and pickup truck for the fire department, asphalt, recycler, and paver. They also have new street sweepers, pave and stripe 4 miles of streets and continued sidewalk upgrades, 2 stormwater projects, updated fitness equipment for the Milner Center, resurfacing of the Milner Center Tennis Court 1 and 2, 5 outdoor pickleball courts, design cost for the lot, and additional funding towards unfunded retire benefits. General fund summary, the proposed FY 24-25 budget totals $17,815,360 in revenues, and it said $20,273,645 in appropriations, reflecting a strategic alignment with our long-term financial plan and the city's commitment to sustainable and infrastructural improvements. Key financial highlights include the general fund. That's the proposed budget for the general fund, which is $17,815,360, with operating revenues showing a slight increase due to projects growth in property and sales tax collections. Operating expenditures are expected to total $17,596,568, supporting a modest surplus of $18,792. So with that said, as I'm about to kill this, I need Yvette here. She killed 2 flies for me yesterday when I was hanging out with them. Capital expenditures are a significant investment of $2,477,077 is proposed for capital, underscoring our ongoing commitment to enhancing the city's infrastructures. Also, you can see on there the expenses, and it says the 24-25 budget focuses on maintaining high quality city surfaces, enhancing public safety, and investing in the community infrastructures. Major expenditure categories include, these are the major ones. It says public safety is $11,214,003, reflecting ongoing investments in the police, fire, and emergency services. Financial security is $6,423,068, mitigating current and future risk. Examples given like revenue of shortfalls or unanticipated expenditures and ensuring stable tax rates. It says reliable infrastructures are $3,409,564, supporting street, sidewalk, and public facility maintenance. Parks and recreations is $3,147,313, enhancing public space and community services. Economic and community development is $1,480,000, fostering and business family environment with opportunities for safe, smart, sustainable growth. It says, despite the challenges, oh yeah, that's right, I'll get there. Despite the challenges and uncertainty facing communities across the county, the city of McMinnville is in excellent financial condition. Our reserves are at strong levels, our debt obligations are manageable, and our tax rates are among the lowest in America. Continued strong financial management and strategic investment with position with the city of McMinnville, the succeed to and thrive. This budget is compliant with all policies and developed in accordance with the city's strategic plan. The 6 themes of the plan are financial security, proactive communications, reliable infrastructures, public safety, workforce recruitment and retention, and economic growth and development. Now, if you have any questions about this, you can call the City of McMinnville at 473-1200. But that's just to give you a little brief, because he did send, you can see this also too on our Facebook page as well as their government page. I do not. So yesterday, if she's not claimed it yet, Jay's Restaurant at the 3-Star Mall found a license that was left. It's with the cashier now, but her name was Martha Jane Davis. If anybody knows a Martha Jane Davis, her license is at Jay's Restaurant. I've still been following this story. I haven't talked a lot about it, but I want to talk about it one more time. Sebastian Rogers. He is still missing, and as of yesterday, it marked 100 days. I'm praying. He's in my prayers. His family's in my prayers as well. No matter what the circumstance is, no one wants to have a kid missing. That's for sure. I just wouldn't know what to do with myself if I lost my children. I don't know. But with that said, continue to pray for him and his family and friends, and hopefully, just pray that God gets involved in this heavily and just finds a solution, because it's just so sad to see this going on. So, Prater's Barbecue in Manchester, they're looking to hire several individuals to join their team. Apply at the Manchester location if interested. Of course, we have a phenomenal, the first one that started here in the Morrison area. Phyllis and Gary are amazing. I love them. They're like family to me. And when they opened up the one in Manchester, I was so excited and thrilled of their expansion. But now they are in need, it looks like, to hire several individuals for that location. So if you are in the Manchester area or know people in the Manchester area that's looking for a job, there you go. Happening this Saturday on the 8th, live at Prater's Barbecue, is Harry Canary. And of course, that's located at 610 or 620 Woodbury Highway in Manchester. So if you want to have some good food, dinner, and a show, check them out. It all starts at 7 p.m. at the Prater's Barbecue in Manchester, and it's called Harry Canary, and that is going to be on the 8th. Let's see. As I'm looking, if you didn't know this, and a shout out to the detention at the elementary for letting me know, I am a huge cheese fanatic, and today is National Cheese Day. So my favorite national cheese, because it even says, what's your favorite cheese? They said is sharp cheddar. I like both yellow and white. But with that said, provolone is a really good second. But my favorite is smoked Gouda. And if you want some really good fancy cheese, as I say, the Hitch General Store has that saltwater brand that is phenomenal. And one thing that I do with my cheese that, I remember they mentioned that at the store to somebody the other day when I was there getting some candy for my kids. If you set the cheese out, like some people like their cheese served cold, but I think the cheese tastes best at room temp. And I might be a cheese snob, maybe, but I always think that's best, is like, because it's in its element and it melts in your mouth. As I'm talking about it, I want some cheese. But with that said, it is National Cheese Day. So what's your favorite cheese? You can let us know here in the comments on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram if you would let me know, as well as here later on in Spotify land. But with that said, or go to the detention at the elementaries page. They just posted that an hour ago. Let's see. Okay. With that said, before I lose any more time on this, let's go. There it is. My calendar. I need my calendar. So, of course, today is Singo at Smooth Rapids at 7 o'clock. Okay. And then tomorrow is Survey Time Showdown at Smooth Rapids as well. And then Thursday is the Trivia Night at Smooth Rapids. And, of course, our community calendar is being brought to you by Reddick Brown Ford, located in Morrison, Tennessee. And they have a special going on right now where if you want to do a good little spring detail cleaning, you can call them at their phone number and get that going. And they even extended if you are located in the 15-mile radius of their store, they will pick up and drop off your car for free. Just saying. To this Saturday, big things are coming. And this Thursday, I am so excited to announce that I'm going to have Timmy and Trent from the TC Bryant Band are coming on the show this Thursday to promote their show on Friday, because it's the first Main Street Live with the TC Bryant Band. We have had a jam-packed week of people coming in on the show since last Friday, which is great. I love it. But with that said, this Friday does start Main Street Live events. And then every Friday following is another event. And so we're going to try to get with each individual group this year to get them, whether it's by phone or in person, to get on the show. Because I think it's important to stay connected to our community. And this is one way of doing it. Also, I do know that if you want, it is political season. There's a lot of candidates that come out to these things. I always say try to catch them where they're at. I do believe when I was talking to Robert and Yvette McCormick yesterday, because Robert is running for the Tennessee State rep for us for the 43rd District for White and Warren, they're going to be out there. So make sure you go check them out. And, talk to them, get to know them a little bit more. Or follow them on Facebook. He started this thing called Stories at the Truck, which are really cool. Followed by this weekend is, again, the second Saturday of the month, which also means it's the second Saturday event in downtown that starts at 5 o'clock. I do know that's something really cool and interesting. There's going to be a band introducing some new songs. We actually shared it on our Facebook page and Instagram page, as well as we also shared this. The Tire Mart is doing a coffee and cars meet on Saturday morning. So if you want to be a part of that, that's also going on this weekend. Continuing on, don't forget Sunday Fun Day at Sammy Farms, always on the Sundays. And then next week is the Tourism Development Board meeting and the Industrial Development Board meeting. Let's see. And before I forget anything else, let's see. Where's my other notes? Did I not grab them all? Of course I did. Why would I grab everything? No, that's not the one I need. Because I didn't do. I don't think I did it this time. No. Well, before I leave you, because Junior just reminded me. Thank you, Junior. I appreciate you. With that said, because I think there's a way you can show it in the comments. So he said, go MST tonight. So tonight, if you are not aware, McMinnville has a McMinnville swim team. And I am part of that volunteer group that helps coach I do the little group. I do the swimmers that are new, and because I just try to make it calm. And I guess being a mom, I try to make it calm for them. But I really do enjoy it, and it's great exercise, and it's just for an hour or two each day. And so that's my exercise. But with that, tonight is their first meet, and we're going to be going to Shelbyville tonight. And so go MST. It's going to be great. Followed by, he said, if it will pop up for me. There it goes. Shelbyville will be eating a lot of bubbles. And yes, they will. So we have a phenomenal group. We have a little over, I'm going to say, it's not right at 100. I think it was 95 or 96 swimmers on the team. And not everybody can make the meet, which is absolutely fine. But if you have a kid that loves swimming and loves the outdoors, and you want them to they're just not into baseball or soccer or whatever the case may be, swim team is an option. And we have a phenomenal team. We have Coach Marsh and myself. We do the little kids in lane 1 and 2, and that's the kids that are new to swimming or they know somewhat of swimming. And then Coach Linda Young, she does a phenomenal job with the next group up, which is my son's age group, which can run between the 7 and 10-year-old age group. And then we got, of course, Matt Jackson. He does the high school age. And we also have Miss Paige Northcutt. She's one of those that has continued to have the McMinnville swim team going on because, of course, if you read our news article we did on the swim team when they started kicking it in to gear back in April. Yes, we get in the water at the end of April because that's one big thing. I do want to say this right fast because I knew when the budget and the Parks and Rec put out that thing like what's your priorities, and the indoor pool got a lot of love because I think not just for the swim team when I say this, it can be utilized also for people that are needing like the rehabilitation and stuff, because working in water is it's much easier than being at a gym. Just saying, like working your knees and stuff. And I think that's why one thing people are pushing for an indoor gym facility, whether it's 3 lanes or 6 lanes. But if we did have an indoor facility, talking about the swim team, our swim team could practice year round if they needed to. And we could also have maybe swim meets. I just think that's something, if there's one thing I think that we don't have that other communities have, because now that I've been on the swim team, all the facilities that we go to, except for one, which this year we're doing 6 swim meets. One of them being, I think it is Shelbyville, that's outdoors, but I'm not positive. But every one of them has an indoor facility. And it is just 6 to maybe 8 lanes. And what I call one place, it looked like a barn dominium kind of setup shed like. And I'm like, well, we could do this. Like, how hard would this be? But I know that with the funds and the organizing, everything takes time. But my hope and prayer for McMinnville, the Warren County area, is that what we do get an indoor facility so that we can have that ability to be able to swim year round. Because I do take my son, and I know Junior does too, takes his son to the Manchester pool during off season just to stay connected in the water, because they do have the pool open year round. So but we also have to wait till the Manchester swim team gets done before we can get in. Just a little side note. But there is open swim to the public that they do allow at the Manchester. But with that said, we are going to be in Shelbyville kicking it off. I'll give you the update on Thursday, as well as any event that I can be involved in sports-wise. We're going to have a sports page coming back this summer. I got some of my friends I'm trying to get together just to do little blurbs of pictures and if the team won or lost, because I think that we need to start getting back in the community sports-wise. And if you know somebody that is interested in joining the Warren First 931 team on doing some sports and stuff, please let me know. Because if not, I do have something cooking up for sure in the fall. But right now, everything takes time. Everything takes patience. But there's just a lot of happenings that I cannot wait to introduce. Also on Friday's show, we're going to be introducing a new segment here on the podcast called Justice Talk with Judge Ryan J. Moore. It's something I have been cooking up with him for a couple of weeks now. And we got together and we put this little interview process together. And it's just so exciting. And I cannot wait for you guys to see that as well. Because I always say this, the more we know, the more we thrive. Knowledge is definitely power. So the more that you guys know, the better we are as a community to grow, to function, and to get along with one another. I mean, it's just truth. That's just truth. But again, it has been an awesome time hanging out with you guys here on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. And then here soon, you can check me on Spotify. The new thing on Spotify, I've found out, this new program, which I'm super excited and pumped to talk about, because it took me 2 weeks to read through everything and just to get the knowledge that I need to do this for you guys, is the simple fact of now Spotify is video and audio. Oh, yeah. So everything is just coming together slowly but surely. And don't forget, if you have an event going on that is important to you, it's also important to us. And I say this wholeheartedly before I forget. If you have a yard sale and you want to get it on our show, just like the Presbyterian Church did, you can message us on any of those outlets as well. And it's $5 a day for a mention. You can Venmo us the money, or you can just meet me here with the fill out form of what you want me to talk about, or you can email me, several ways. You can contact me at 931-305-0869 for that. We also have opportunities for you to stay connected to your community by joining our text club at 931-305-0869. Text the keyword Warren first. We have, of course, the local voice that goes out every Monday. We pick it up, and Monday and Tuesday we do the deliveries on that as well. We have several locations. You can pick up this hard copy and more. And you can pick it up at McMinnville Warren County Chamber of Commerce, Jay's Restaurant, USA Gym, Gateway Tire and Service, Cumberland Biscuit Company, and of course, Tops Frozen Yogurt and Metro Deli, the Children's Advocacy Center, Kimmy's Tea Room, the Detention at the Elementary, Pinnacle Orthopedics, McMinnville Drug Center, Prater's Barbecue in Morrison, Reddick Brown Ford, Elegant Dog Spa, the Hitch Outfitters at both their locations, the general store and their regular store, Tammy's Market, and Stacy's Wellness Pharmacy. Now, of course, in our newsletter, we talk about several things. Of course, over the weekend, we talked about, of course, the tunnels to Tower. That was the big one. And we don't like leaving people out. So we made sure to show all the pictures and more. And then, of course, I do want to show this. We do have advertisement available. We have half pages available, just like Reddick Brown Ford has done here. Those are $50 an ad. We also have stuff available like this right here. Right now it is political season, so if you are running, whether it's for the school board, the Caney Fork board, or running as a Republican in the vote that is coming up for early voting in July, we have ads available for you guys as well. We have $30 ads, $15 ads, $10 ads. I try not to break the bank because this is a newsletter. They are business card sizes, half card size, business cards, 3x5s, half pages, and full pages. We also talked about one of our news reporters is Miss Sheila Fan, and she is also one of the many integral parts for HOME, and that's for the homeless program. And she did an amazing article on Packs for a Purpose with the leadership group. And of course, I want to say this again, the Steve Goolsby thing. Thank you to everybody that showed up for this event. I really thought with the short amount of time, a part of me, just a small part of me thought that we couldn't pull this together. But thank you to Stephen Hilton and myself and all the volunteers that came together, because the community raised $20,000 for this family, for Steve Goolsby, and it was just so amazing. And Shorty, getting to meet her, I've met her before, but getting to be with her a little bit more and hanging out with her, it makes me miss my grandma. I mean, Joyce Cotton was my grandma, and hanging out with her, it was just amazing. We also got this drop, Miss Paige Northcutt, which is the swim team coach. She got inducted into the hall, or the induction. Yeah, it's the inaugural Hall of Fame induction ceremony at her high school, and she became the first female to be inducted. How awesome is that? I'm just saying. And what they wrote about her, I took from the book, and just to know we have some fascinating people in this world. It's just great. Also, got to give a shout out to my son Walker. He started this page called Kids Column. And with that said, him and his Mimi went to Cumberland Caverns, and they had an amazing time out there. And he said the most fascinating thing at the Cumberland Caverns, which to me as well, is the chandelier that hangs in the volcano room. It is beautiful. It is amazing. You cannot beat it. And he wanted to write about it. And he wanted people to know, like, these awesome opportunities you can go in. He even got pictures. He told the Cumberland Caverns that he's a news reporter for Warren First 931. How cute is that? And so he got to do videos and pictures, and he said, Mom, I felt really important. And he told me, Mama, you need to make me a badge like you did your ladies. And I said, I sure will, son. Yes, I will. We also, like we said this morning, we have a soft heart for our fur animals here in town, our fur babies, as I also call it. But Melissa Telefero, she's not only our weather correspondent, which I'm working on getting her videos back in the feed, one thing at a time. But with that said, we're showcasing this week in this week's newsletter. His name is Suede. How cute is that name? And so, again, you can check that out and more on our Second Chances page for our fur babies. And if you have any questions about adoption or fostering, you can always contact Keith at Animal Control at 473-2553 or contact Holly Cox through Facebook Messenger. It's just several ways. Also, with it being political season this year, somebody asked us to create a page for that. So we have like a political, governmental, county, city stuff page, essentially. And so it's called our One Nation page. And just to give you a little brief, if you didn't know, we at Warren First 931 recognize the importance of the election this year. And if you have an event that is important to you, it's important to us. And so we're non-biased here. We stay neutral. So, and that's our goal. But message us on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Spotify, or text me at 931-305-0869 so I can get this information out there. I ran into Miss Miranda Sherrill, Paul Sherrill's wife, last week, and they invited me to his fundraiser reception. And so we were out there, and I took some pictures. Mr. House Speaker Cameron Sexton was there. And so me and Walker got to meet him. It was really neat. But the upcoming events, of course, if you're a part of the Democratic Party, yesterday was their monthly meeting. They meet every Monday on the first Monday of each month. And they meet at 6:00 at Nilo's Mexican Restaurant. So if you're a part of the Democratic Party, they meet every first Monday at 6 p.m. Now, the Warren County Republican Party, they changed the date on theirs. I guess to make sure to get the guest speaker, of course. But it's going to be on June 17th at 6:00. And the special guest speaker this time is Scott Kelly. So again, if you need more information on stuff like that, please let me know. We are, again, if you want a hard copy, we talked about it. If you don't want a hard copy and you prefer a digital copy, text the keyword local voice to 931-305-0869 with your email, because that's how you're going to get that digital copy sent to you. And last but definitely not least, because I know I talk a lot, but that's my job, right? Everybody was saying, Kelly, you look amazing. What have you done? What are you doing? Are you still doing it? Blah, 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 right? So with that said, I have started this week with Kelly's Picnic Picks. It's recipes that I have used in the past, recipes that I'm using now. But this week I'm showcasing a super green pasta salad that's really delicious. Now, on some of these, I really just copied and pasted the recipes I already had at home. But if you have issues with onions and tomatoes in certain products that's in the recipe, take them out like I did. Because I don't like tomatoes. They make the acid in the tomatoes bother me. And onions bother me. So if there's onions or tomatoes in any of these recipes, I take them out. But if you like them, put them back in. I also showcased the chicken salad sandwich, as well as something that is new. It's a veggie rainbow picnic pie. And essentially, it's just like a sandwich, but it's in the shape of a pie, and you cut it in slivers. I also found some stuff online yesterday that I was really excited about that I'm going to put in next week's, because I was like, oh, these look great. I should do these. And if I can find the videos of the recipes like I did, because I'm a recipe follower to a T. I love cooking, but if I didn't have people help me cook, I think I would become a horrible cook. My mom showed me how to cook certain things like lasagna and chicken and dumplings, things like that, like Southern cooking food. But for everything else, I had to look out because, people are saying, I don't eat enough greens, right? Well, that's why I put that super green pasta out, because in one serving, you've almost met your match of how much green veggies you need. Just saying. Also, real quickly, if there's anything else going on between now and July 4th week, please get some of your stuff in, whether it's a 4th of July event, a Vacation Bible School event, a yard sale event. I'm trying to think of the other stuff going on. that I know that I'm aware of. I think that's it in my head. But we got a lot of people telling us certain things and a lot of people not. And I'm trying to keep up with everything the best I can. But if you have an event that is going on, the best way to do it is to reach me by cell phone. And that's 931-305-0869. Text me and we'll get it going. I do know, which one did it go? I think she sent it on the other. This Thursday, let me see if I can pull it up right quick on my end before I let you go, because I don't want to forget this. No, let's just go back to the other one and I'll open up my Gmail. Oh no, I made her send it to the other one. That's why it's up. Okay, let's see. Because I just remembered it. And I want to make sure I get it out there. Yes, here it is. Friendship, the Baptist Church is having a good giveaway this Saturday starting at 10 a.m. On June the 8th at 10 a.m., it looks like groceries is what it is. You can pick up location at 1182-1 on Sparta Highway, or go online at www.myfriendshipchurch.net. And so this is a Friendship, the Baptist Church is having a good giveaway this Saturday at 10 a.m. So if you are in need of groceries, anything like that, make sure that you come out this Saturday for that. Like I said, tons of things are going on this week. So if you want us to know, you got to let me know. But with that said, it has been an amazing time. I've held on 9 viewers today. Shout out to you guys. You are welcome, Raina. I knew I had some more people come through. Thank you guys for supporting our county and Sentinel Animal Control. You're welcome anytime. That's what I'm here for. But with that said, take care. God bless. Enjoy the rest of this Tuesday. Of course, we will not be podcasting tomorrow. We will be coming back on Thursday's show. So other than that, many blessings to you and everybody that watched this podcast this morning. And remember, Warren County, keep it first. Bye, guys. Have a good one.